Hi, Home Looks Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Hmm. Is that a little school over there? I realized that if I'm going to make more blade traps, nope. Yes. If I'm going to make more blade traps, I need more motors. Now, while the blade trap does not use motors, the generator does. So I thought I would spend some time today cranking down on some cars. Oh, right, I broke my pickaxe. That is what I was doing at the end of last episode. I need to run home and get some forged iron. Which is at the next intersection, I think. Trying to use my arrow keys to turn my bike isn't working very well there, since that's not how this works at all. It's all right though. We'll get on our way home here. Yeah, it's pretty warm today. I turned the AC on for the first time. It's not extremely warm, but I was just upstairs and they've got, for whatever reason, all the windows closed up and it's hot up there. So I thought I'd try a little cool down here to get me back to preferred temperature. Took a walk out to the mailbox. Our mailbox is a good distance. I bet you probably put in a quarter mile getting out to the mailbox and back. Which I guess isn't a ridiculous distance, but it's warm outside, and so coming back into an even warmer house, not comfortable. And I need to get comfortable because after I'm done with this, I am going to be setting up my PlayStation VR system I bought yesterday. Kind of excited to play with that. I have never used VR. I'm gonna hope that I'm not one of those people that it makes sick. That would suck, because I probably spent $600 on this stuff, and I don't think I'm particularly interested in wasting that much money on something I can't use. I can't imagine it'll bother me. Nothing really does. When I first got in, or no, I was gonna say when I first got into gaming, but what kind of nonsense is that? I've been a gamer since I was 5. When I first played a three-dimensional shooter, uh, and I don't mean like the original Doom. That didn't count. That didn't bother me. But they eventually released this game called Descent, and you had like a little fighter craft. It was in space, so it wasn't aerodynamic. It was like a pod with weapons, um, and so it played like Doom, but everything was 3D, and so you'd fly up, down, left, right, whatever. And I know when I first got that game, it made me a little queasy. I don't know that I ever quit. It just, you know, it was a new sensation for sure. Uh, so, at worst, I expect that. Um, but expecting nothing. If I play a handheld game in the car, it doesn't bother me. My niece, she told me she can't even have the skylight open because it makes her car sick in the car. I'm like, okay, I won't open it then. I will leave it closed so you don't get sick because nobody wants vomit on them. Because that would be disgusting. Uh, but yeah, so I put in a reservation for the new Steam Index because that sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. And then they've got a game, I guess, that they haven't really announced what it is coming for it. Um, so, uh, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's not going to be till like September. Oh, I can't even do that. Like, I know they ship sooner than that, but by the time I got my reservation in, by the time I decided I would have enough money in September to do so, I and I put my reservation in. It was already too late to get anything good. I could probably get some forged steel here too while I'm at it. Hey, give me that. You repair my pick. And, you know, I totally put my forged iron in my bike. Yeah, I don't have any steel left over except what's on my bike, so let's get a new land claim block going, because, you know, I can't have it just staying there. I don't understand why it keeps breaking. Like, this is my place. Why do you keep breaking down on me? It's so weird. Like, that was my old one, and it quit. It said inactive, and I couldn't get it to reactivate. And that's the only that's the only two spots I've ever placed one, so I don't know. Alright, so now I can go out and start hacking down some cars. The one thing I'm a little disappointed in the PlayStation VR is that you gotta have the camera for it, and the cord is so short. I'm gonna have to move my PlayStation. I've got a nice setup here where my PlayStation is reachable from the chair I'm in, but the TV is comfortably across the room from me. And but you have to plug the camera directly into the PlayStation apparently, because I don't have it set up yet. And the camera's cord is only like 6 feet long. Apparently, you can buy a $68 extension cord that'll expand it to 12, but I don't think 12 is far enough to reach where my PlayStation's at. I mean, I guess if I only plugged it in and I moved my PlayStation from where it's at to the other end, maybe I could reach 12 that way. Maybe. Oh, I didn't get no engine. But, yeah, it kind of sucks. Just a little bit. So, when I get done with this, I'm going to be crawling around on the ground trying to fix my stuff so I can try out this, I thought that rock was a bore. It was not. Try out my PlayStation VR anyways. I'm not going to be able to remember all the games I got for it. I bought the kit with Astrobot, which I guess is like a little platformer. I'm not sure if their idea of what a 3D VR game should be and my idea are the same thing, because a lot of their games are just like 2D stuff with motion controls. Like, I don't need VR to do that. I'm going to take this with me. I want VR where, you know, it's me in the game. And I'll admit, I did buy a couple of 2D games where interacting with using the Move controller. Because I'm a sucker for building games and RTSs, and they had one that looked like it could be fun called Tether, and another one that was like Dino something. That's a world building, or not world building, but a town building game with cowboys and dinosaurs, which sounded like a amazingly weird combination. So I bought a couple of dungeon crawlers because that's really what I want to do with it. And I don't know how good they are. I haven't, got to play them at all. But I bought Crystal Rift and the Mage's Tale. The Mage's Tale looks a lot better than Crystal Rift. But the Mage's Tale is also a lot newer than Crystal Rift. And then I bought Archangel, which is a mech game, because that's another thing that I think would be spectacular in VR. And then I bought Farpoint, which is a first-person shooter. It says it has a full single-player campaign mode, which is a must for me because I don't really like multiplayer PvP that much. I'll play it if I have to, but I don't care for it. And what else did I get? There's a couple of space station horror games called Siren, and another one was called Persistence. And because I thought that might be fun. And another one where you're an astronaut trying to save people on a space station called Detached, which sounded cool. And then it also came with Astrobot and Moss, which Moss also looks like a game that probably doesn't need to be in VR, but everybody says it's like the best one. It came with it. I probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise. And yeah, so I got a few games for it. I bought some more today too. I bought Dark Something. Looked like another shooter that looked like it could be fun. And Eden Tomorrow, which is kind of a walking semi-adventure game, I guess. But it's supposed to be like exploring an alien planet, so I thought that might be cool with the VR. I bought a bunch of games, but you'll notice the two distinct. I don't even know if they have the one for the PlayStation, but two distinct entries are missing from that list. One is Skyrim VR, and the other is Fallout 4 VR. I don't know if Fallout 4 VR is actually on the PlayStation, but I am saving those for when I get the Index. I think they will be better entries on the Index than on the PlayStation 4. There's a bunch of games I looked at on Steam that looked fun. I know there's a couple of space sims that they've got on there. Everspace and House of the Dying Sun both look like my kind of thing. I love a good you're a fighter pilot in space games. A good one, though. And there aren't very many good ones, unfortunately. I absolutely loved TIE Fighter back in the day. TIE Fighter is probably one of the best I ever played of that genre. So I'd love to get a good one for VR. The E-Valkyrie looked like it might be pretty good. I Should probably check that one out sometime, but I probably spent enough this week on that. Needless to say, I found myself with a bit of extra cash at the moment, so uh, quite a good enough that I can pay off my bills, which is or pay off my debt. I mean, so I am looking forward to that next week. I paid some off this week already, but it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Of course, you know, paying off your debt just means that there's other things now that you've got to spend tons of money on. I know we are down a lawnmower at the moment. Oh man. And so we have got to go get a lawnmower next week. Because our grass is getting pretty deep. Okay, I got one engine. Whoops. You can stay. You can go. You actually need to do me a favor and make me some bandages, because I am out of bandages. And I don't know where I got 1,000. Oh, you know, because I was breaking those cars down. But yeah, so once I get all my cables redone and my PlayStation moved way away from me on the opposite side of the room, then maybe I'll get to check those out tonight. Not all of them though, because that's a lot of downloading on my poor internet, who has not been happy for the last couple of days. Which really makes work interesting, because my work is online, and but it's not like downloading or uploading most of the time. I mean, it is, but in small increments, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun when your work download suddenly is taking you 2 or 3 minutes when it used to be like just a few seconds. Because I'm using up all the bandwidth at the moment. Oh, shoot, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh, I'm gonna one-shot this wolf who had really creepy eyes. I was not expecting that. I thought I was a dead man. I was not. Now we're supposed to go see Aladdin tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure I am as gung-ho about Aladdin as I was about going to see John Wick 3. I am gung-ho, super excited, been waiting on the edge of my seat for weeks to go see Godzilla next week. It's going to be spectacular. Also, I believe I read this VR setup has cinema view, so that you can watch movies on your PlayStation 4 in cinema mode. So it's like you're at the theater, only minus all the people. And I'm a little excited to try that out too. I'm gonna have to get out one of my more visually exciting. I'm just gonna get Godzilla. I'm gonna get out my Godzilla movie and watch that. In fact, I think we're supposed to watch that together in preparation for the next. I'll just watch it. I watch it on VR while they have to watch it on the screen, because I think it'll do that. I'll be sitting back. It'll be bigger than life itself. I'll be watching it over here on my not tiny screen, my 65-inch screen. Oh man, you know what? So I use the TV monitors as my computer monitors, and the TV monitors I use my TVs as my computer monitors, and so one of them started to go bad. Not not bad enough that you couldn't use it, but bad enough that I was worried that it might stop working in the middle of work. So I went and bought the 65-inch to replace it. Could you believe they've got a 70-inch on sale for the same price I paid for the 65-inch now? Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. It's like I could have had the big TV. I mean, I've got a big TV. It doesn't bother me that bad. But it's just one of those things. You're like, oh man, if I'd have just waited. If I had just waited. I couldn't have waited though. Unfortunately. My nephew, he was very disappointed today. Very disappointed. He wants to see the VR stuff. And so it came at like noon. And I'm in the middle of my work day. And so he's like, your VR stuff is here. And so I opened the boxes and laid it out on the couch here. And he's like, oh man, how much more work do you have to do today? I'm like, dude, I got to work for like 4 more hours. I think it took me like 4.5 hours, actually. And he's like, oh man. I'm like, I know. And so then when I got done with work, I saw that they were almost done making dinner because they were going away. So they wanted to eat before they left. So we had early dinner. And so he eats his dinner and he's talking to me about the VR and how he was watching him play some of the games I bought today and how he can't wait to see them and maybe I might let him try it out. And then his dad goes, all right, get your dishes put away and go get your baseball stuff on. You got a baseball game to go to tonight. And he's like, what? He's like, I don't feel good. I feel like I might throw up. I'm like, dude, it's going to take me more than an hour to even get to the point where I'm ready to plug it in and stuff. So, I mean, it's not like you won't be back tonight. But I don't know how long I'm going to be gone, and why do you think it's going to take you an hour? I'm like, well, it'll be like 30 to 40 minutes to record my video, and then I got to edit it and stuff, and set up my my other video, and, you know, then I got to get down on the floor and move things around and switch cables, and he's like, that probably take you like 45 minutes total. I'm like, it's going to take me a little longer than 45 minutes. It's been a long time since I've been that level of anxious that I'm gonna fake being ill to get out of something. Otherwise, I'd fake being ill all the time to get out of stuff. Oh, we want you to go to the thing with the fan. I'm sick. I'm too sick to go. I can't go. I'm dying here. I'm dying. That's usually followed by get your clothes and get in the car. What do you think I am, a child? Yeah, I don't have any D&D updates. We didn't play D&D. I haven't played D&D since last weekend. And that was just a little tiny bit. They are terrible, terrible people who can't commit to anything. My Wednesday night game. You know, my Wednesday night game is always on Wednesday night, and so our DM said, you know what, I'm going to take my sister out for her birthday on Wednesday night instead. It's like, dude, you know we always play on Wednesday night. Can't you take her out earlier so that you can be back by the time we play? He's like, no, I probably won't be back in time to play. So, uh, so the other guy, he's like, well, I'm not gonna be done with work uh, in time to play anyway, so I'm not gonna make it on. And then you know when our DM was on, 8:30. We don't usually start till 9 or 9:30. He's such a liar. I just got myself a fancy steel axe. Why can't I scrap this? Oh, it's got an attachment on it. Shoot. I didn't know you had an attachment on you. You can go on this guy then. And I'll repair this guy. My fancy new steel axe. Which I think looks just like my not so fancy iron axe. Does it? Steel axe. Iron axe. Yep, they are identical. Weird. You'd think the steel one would be a little fancier. Yes, yes, blood draw kit. Definite must. That's not a bad one to have while you're out and about. But yeah, I don't know. My nephew, my older nephew, is not taking his turn in a while, and he's in 2 of the games, and so we've been waiting on him. Actually, I think he did take his turn in the 1 game, so we're waiting on the other guy, the DM from Wednesday, who can't ever post anything. Saturday, I think, will be the first time I have pinged him on Discord for our other game, because we have breached 100 days since the last time he posted. And I have not been pinging him that he needs to do something. But he needs to do something. He needs to stop pretending that it's okay to make everybody sit around and wait on him this badly. If he was a busy dude, I could understand, but he's not a busy dude. He pretends to be a busy dude. It's like if I say I'm a busy dude, sometimes I'm too busy to work on things during the day. But I always have time to record, even if I didn't get a chance to actually play the game before I record. It's super rare for me to get to the point where I can't at least spend a half hour or so. And when he sends me messages about how all he did at work all day was sit there and read Reddit, you know, he sat there and read Reddit all day. You can definitely take a few minutes to post something in your D&D game so that we can continue. You know what I'm saying? Hey, buddy. I think I might like a little more in the way of... Oh, your head came right off. Alright, let's go home. We'll unload all this junk that I have collected. And, I got a few engines, so I'll be able to increase the amount of power being output by my... Oh, I was going to hit him. By my, generator. Hopefully that's enough power to cover all my blade traps that I've made so far. Plus we got the ingredients to make more blade traps. So that's always good. And my death has worn off. So I'll be able to make more blade traps. Although I might need to make some more iron and steel for that to happen. Um, you know what I'd really like, since I can't keep on topic here, I'd really like, for VR, I'd really like a MMO. I think a MMO, like a well-done MMO would be amazing. And I'm kind of hoping the Index pushes VR to that next level. Because it's supposed to have the most advanced VR controllers ever made. I was watching a demo where it detects your fingers, and which a lot of the current VR stuff doesn't do. And so I'm really hoping for some really cool games. I'd love to play Stormland, which is only for the Rift. So I'm hoping there's a workaround, since it is on the PC, that'll be able to play that as well. Because that is the game that made me want to get into VR all of a sudden. I'm going the wrong way here. Was Stormland, but I don't want. I didn't want the Rift, because I like Steam, and I'm loyal, I guess, to Steam. It's why I don't have Epic. No, I don't have Epic because I don't want another launcher. Is there anything else on here that I could break down? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, that Band-Aid will... Oh, I forgot how slow you move. That Band-Aid will just have to stay. I'm gonna ooze my way over. Oozing slowly. So it's day 23. The next Horde day would be day 28. And I think I've got 9 more blade traps ready to be placed. I might look into doing some motion sensors, because I liked how those worked before. And so we might have to look at some motion sensing. Hey, I got up there. Some motion sensing capabilities. So slow. To trigger them. All right, one more abrupt change. We did get the new D&D book this week, Salt Marsh. Not what I was expecting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's a bunch of individual adventures, and I guess I was hoping for something a little more single adventure-y and not a bunch of little adventures. I thought I broke down some stuff into brass, but I don't see it. Oh, because it's still going. That would be why. Look, I can move a little bit faster, I think. Just a little bit. Although it does have instructions-ish in it on how to tie it into the other. Max output is only 300 watts. I don't remember how many watts a blade trap takes. 20. So 300, that'd be 15 blade traps. So yeah, I'm probably going to need another generator to keep everything going. Okay, let's go ahead and repair this when we got all this metal on me. And yeah, so I think this is probably a good spot to call it for today. I do have some stuff I want to work on. And I guess I didn't need that as much as I thought I might. Yeah. Water, sham. Plating. All right, well, with that, click leave a like, subscribe, and catch the next one. I'll talk to you later.